start. Cool. Hi, guys. So we made a change to our final diamond call, and we don't have Megan and Becca here with us. But you have me and Danielle and Liz, and I think we've got some good tips for you lined up. You know, you just kind of roll with things, and family comes first in this business, and Megan's daughters had something they needed her at, so she is there with them. I want to kind of introduce, I know you guys saw a call from Danielle, what was that, our second week in the group, and she talked about recruiting. I just want to tell you guys how she's like a freaking rock star. If you don't follow her, start following her. No, seriously, she's getting all embarrassed. Her posts are amazing, you guys. And she kind of took she like had a little bit of a change in the way she was posting about her business. And she started realizing that she wasn't going to necessarily talk so much about the fitness stuff. Of course, she still does, but she wanted to focus on, she needed to recruit coaches. So she wanted to focus on the business side of it and how the business has affected her. And she's done some like amazing posts lately. And she has been pushing me to get out of my comfort zone and do a lot of things. And so her and I have been on this little hit elite for our team. We motivate each other, bounce ideas around, and I just love her. So she has literally, I think, when you decided to go for elite, Danielle, you were like 1 star, right?
No, I made it a goal this year to be elite, and once Megan had qualified for elite last year, like in January, I told her, I said, I am like bare boning my team. I'm like starting all over. I'm going to let everything fall and crash. And I actually was an emerald. I like dropped back down to emerald for like 2 months or something. And then I just started to rebuild, and yeah, I mean, I elite was always in my mind, but I don't think that I even thought that it was possible until I was 1 star, because then I was like, okay, then I can build my husband to 2 star, and then I can open my second business center, and that'll give me 3 stars, and then I just need 2 more people to go diamond. And
when was that though, that you really started pushing?
July summit.
Yeah. So, you know, some of these goals seem like really far off. I remember I put a goal, January 1st was to hit 5 star, and I didn't like think about it all year long. And then like I realized that, wow, this could really happen. And so I kind of changed the whole focus of my business. And I feel like for me, that was really like in October. And I've seen a total transformation in the way I've attracted people, and, realizing that it's all about just being confident in this opportunity and sharing it with people. And I know we've talked about this before, that it's, it's not our decision to decide whether this is for someone or not for someone. And, I can think of coaches on our team, one in particular, Jessica Taylor, who was like such a skeptic, like did not believe in it, thought Shakeology was a total, like didn't believe in it at all. And now like she's a diamond coach and has like 18 active coaches under her. Like, and she always laughs about it. She says, never in a million years would I think I would be a coach for Beachbody and have grown a business like this. So you never know, when you reach out to those people. So that's really important. I don't know, Danielle, you want to turn it back to you, and you can kind of talk about what you've been doing. So guys, this is the deal. She's going to hit 5 star this week on the 18th and qualify. She has all her elite points. So she's made it happen, but she's been working her butt off. And I don't know if you're in Team Fitspiration's page, but Stephanie Chico posted a repost from Paige Casto the other day. And if you guys saw that, if not, go back and read it. I meant to repost it, but I was like driving and not on my computer, and I'll try to find it. But this is the bottom line. The people that are successful in this business, they work their freaking butts off. It doesn't come naturally. No one that is successful in this business has just been able to sit back and have coaches flood to them and make all this money. It's not like that. And I can say, I know Danielle works her butt off. I know I work my butt off. I know that I like don't stop. The only time I stop is be with my kids. Otherwise, I'm on my computer, and I'm probably driving my husband absolutely nuts these days. But I know what my goals are, and I know she does too, and I know Liz does. And it's like, you don't stop, right? You don't let something that's a negative turn around and, slow you down. You use that to move forward.
I just opened my email, and one of my people that were locked in for a diamond, one of her coaches quit. So now I'm like, oh crap, I have to, but I'm just like, okay, well, whatever, we're going to make it happen. And she's like, my coach is like freaking out. She's like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? I'm like, don't worry. we'll figure it out. Like it's absolutely like in my mind, there's no other option than elite or for you guys to go diamond. One of my coaches should be diamond by Tuesday. We talked like probably 3 weeks ago. She just signed up in September, and we talked like 3 weeks ago, two and a half. I don't know. She only had like 3 personally sponsored coaches, and I'm like, I need you to go diamond. So she's like, what? So we literally like reverse engineered the entire thing, made a list of every possible person we could put into each spot and everything. And we went through everything. Like I have a whole list of coaches that if I have to sign them up, that I can, like, if I need to make someone diamond, like my coach that fell out, I have a whole running list of people that I'm like, okay, I can put them there. Like one of my sisters or my dad or my mom or my uncle or my cousin. Like this is the time where you ask people for favors. I mean, seriously. If you have challengers that get Shakeology every month, message them and be like, hey, do you by any chance want to save 25%? Because they can on it. Like I have challengers that I did that too. And I said, hey, do you want 25% off of your Shakeology that you're getting every month? And they're like, yeah, of course. What's the catch? I'm like, aside from the coaching fee every month, there's no catch. You pay $40 sign-up fee. You fill out a form, and then they reimburse you the $40. So they can still do that. Plus that gets them active because their Shakeology is shipping every month, and that gets them active. So I've gotten a couple coaches that way actually. So figure out who your people are that are on HD and reach out to them. Like I went through all my like customers that get Shakeology every month, and I did that. I talked about it in the video that I did for recruiting. Message everyone that likes your posts. I'm totally 100% serious. Like the worst they can say is no, but I'm going to tell you 80% of the time they're like, yeah, I've been seeing your post and I'm really interested. What are you doing? And I'm like, okay, awesome. I have a What Is Coaching group that I just ran. I just ran one on Monday. And I'm like, okay, the information's all in there. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll add you to the group. You can read the information or you can watch the webinar. And I've had, I think, 3 people sign up from that as well. So don't, like Courtney was saying, don't doubt anyone in this business. Like I have someone who has been, I think for like a year, I've been talking to her, and she's one of those people that's wanting a quick fix sort of thing. And so it took her a long time to come to it. And now I feel like she's going to be one of my rock star coaches. I mean, she's not in perfect shape. She's overweight and she doesn't know how to eat healthy, but she wants to learn and she wants to help people that are in the same place that she is. So don't ever underestimate someone or write them off because they're not fitness minded and they're not, they don't eat really healthy right now or anything, because they can change a lot of people's lives that are similar to theirs, where they have no idea what they're doing and they need someone to help them and they don't feel like someone's talking down to them. She's like, because I have a hard time taking advice from people that are thinner than me because I feel like it's easier for them, even though that's a whole different story. But don't ever discount anyone. That's a huge, huge thing. So like if you do like a recruiting post or something and someone likes it, reach out to them. And usually they'll be like, yeah, at least I'm interested, sort of thing. So, or they say no, and that's totally fine too.
Yeah, or you just start conversation with them, on another topic, and then they're more likely to feel connected to with you, and then they're seeing your posts and paying attention.
That's what being consistent. That's why being consistent is so important, because they're going to know what you're talking about when you're like, hey, have you ever thought about coaching? They know that you're a coach. They know you're invested in this. They know you're serious about this because you're posting about it. And I don't mean like every day in your whole news feed or your whole timeline is like beach body, beach body, beach body. But if you're consistent with your posts, people are going to get it. Like they're going to know what you're about and everything. And they're going to know that you're serious and this is a business for you. I mean, if I had more time, I would be building more relationships, but I'm just straight up messaging people like, I know this is totally out of left field, but have you ever thought about coaching? And I like tie in why I think that they would be good at coaching or how I think it would benefit them. And then I'd be like, totally okay if you're not interested, and I totally get it. But I'd be kicking myself if I didn't at least ask you. Courtney, I can send you what I literally am like copying and pasting to people. And I'll
post it into the group. That would be
okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
And then I also wrote up the other day, and I can share it with you guys. I wrote up and I think I got it from that Megan Ewelson video I posted that she did for Team Fitspiration, and then another one I listened to, and it's 2 different ways to go about. Oh, it was Rachel Ball. 2 different ways to go about reaching out to those current HD customers, and that is not something I did in the beginning of my business at all because I wanted that retail commission. But when it came time that I was pushing for Diamond, I did do that. And I had a couple people that I knew would be amazing coaches, but they just were so afraid and they were not willing to commit yet. So and actually there's some of my Diamond coaches, but I sold them on just right now, get the discount, sign up as the preferred customer, use that word, that's a really good term, and get the discount, and then you add them to their team page. And you guys, it's funny, I see these people that I add as discount people and they're added to my team page, they're watching in the team page, you guys, they're liking. I don't add them to Fitspiration and TKO and Uplift and Inspire. I just add them to Inspired Life. And if you have your own team, you can do that, or you can add them to our page because ours is kind of a smaller scale. So it won't overwhelm them. There's not a ton of posts in there. But they're liking, like they're every post, they're liking, not just from me. So at some point, they're going to jump in, and they're still on their journey. So there's times to do that. And I'll post another call. It was from one of the 2-star Diamond group I used to be in, and it's on Rachel Ball. Rachel Ball did it. And it's an amazing, did I post this to you guys? I can't remember, where she talks about her recruiting posts are specific to what she needs in her business. So she doesn't do a one-size-fit-all recruiting post, you guys. It's not, she will do specific posts that are kind of targeting the discount coach, somebody that just wants the discount. She'll do specific posts that target to people that are just going to do this as a hobby, that maybe help you run your challenge group and maybe sell a couple challenge packs here and there, but they're not going to jump in and start doing their own thing and building a team. And then she has certain posts that are to people that want to work this business. And so she's she does most of her stuff on Instagram, and I believe Rachel Ball Fitness. So just scroll through her page and see the way that she's posting. She recruits like crazy. She gets a lot of coaches, and it's all through Instagram. And it's funny. She'll look at her downline if she's building her husband's account or her second CBC, and she's like, okay, well, I need some placeholders. I need some discount coaches. I need 2 this week. That's my goal. So that's what type of post she does. And I can't tell you off the top of my head, what that post would be. Scroll through and read. That's what I love about Instagram. It's really easy to find all of that. So you have to start targeting, what your target market is for that post and what you need. Ideally, would everybody want 8 coaches under them that are working the business? Of course, but that doesn't happen, and you don't need 8 coaches working the business to start making a decent income in this business. So you might see a little bit of a decrease, when you move people from the 25% commission you're making to a coach. But if you are continuing to grow your business, your income is going to grow from your team volume and not from retail commissions. Because, that's like I should figure out what percentage of my monthly income is from retail commissions. It's really small. I would venture to say 80 to 85%, or 15, probably 20 to 15%, if even that. It could be even 10%. So growing your team is where you'll see the income, and that's the residual income that doesn't go away. It's there every week. You can count on it. So that's the income that you want to see. I just thought of something else when Danielle was talking. She said, this is the time to ask for favors. There's no shame in my game, you guys. I feel like I have written to so many people in the last week and been like, so I have a huge, all caps, huge favor to ask, right? And you know what I found? And I had to do this to some of my coaches that were inactive. And there were people that never really worked the business. They had intentions to, and then it just never happened. They were all so willing to help me, and they want you to succeed. And you just have to be honest with people, and obviously if it's some complete stranger, you're not going to write to that person, but who you can ask for a favor and who you can't. And, sometimes you can do little incentives for them too. When you're pushing for something that has, good benefits to your business, sometimes you have to invest in your business that way. So yeah, that's just what I'm going to say about that. What else? Liz, do you have anything?
I have a couple things.
Yeah.
So I kind of just wanted to touch on, you guys. I know that it's hard. Like some of you feel like it's a struggle, and I just want you to realize that everybody struggles. I was Diamond going into Summit in July, and then right after Summit, I went straight like 1-star, 2-star right away. And then what happens is your Diamonds, I'm sure you guys know this, have to hold their rank for 6 weeks before you as their coach can start earning bonuses or certain perks to those rank advancements. And I got through those 6 weeks, and immediately after those 6 weeks, I lost my 2-star rank, and I still have not gotten it back. It's been a struggle. And I think I just want you guys to remember and to realize and Courtney can probably touch on this, is that don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread that love around, because the person or people that you think are going to do amazing things might change their mind, might have things happen in their lives where they can't reach their fullest potential. And so that's how it affects you. So you got to take it back down to, what can I do for myself? And realize that maybe 1 out of every 6 to 10 coaches are actually going to be business builders. And that's okay. There's a place for hobby coaches. There's a place for discount coaches, but to really focus on yourself. So I am 1 coach away from getting my 2-star back. And I've done that by building my second CBC and doing it completely on my own, because it was a goal that I knew that I wanted to reach. So I was going to do whatever it took. And then on that same note, I also took the pressure off of my coaches who I thought were business builders, but who really only wanted to be hobby coaches, and that's fine. But I had to look within myself and realize, okay, you need to accept these people for who they are, and you can't force them to do something and to build a business that they're not prepared for and they're not ready for, and that's okay. And that was a really hard pill for me to swallow. Courtney can attest to that. It took me a lot of soul searching to figure that out, but I finally come to the place where, I'm going to make it happen on my own, and I'm going to be a little bit more strategic about who I'm placing on each leg. Are they going in my first CBC or my second CBC? But just realize that everybody struggles and everybody pushes, but at the end of the day, this is the most amazing job that I've ever had. I hope you guys all I hope you all feel the same way. It doesn't mean it's not stressful. It doesn't mean it's not overwhelming, but it's amazing. And so I just had to take myself back to, what do I love about it? What makes it fun? And really strive for those things and focus on those things. So that's what has helped me push these last few weeks.
Something I want to touch on that I don't think I knew or really thought of as a Diamond coach, and so I want to tell you guys, and I really didn't even realize it probably until October. So in my head, I saw all these coaches that were 5-star and above, and I thought, wow, well, they have 5 personally sponsored coaches that have gone Diamond. That is not necessarily the case, you guys. So if you don't know this, when you hit 2-star meaning you have to have a personally sponsored coach on your right leg and your left leg that goes Diamond. That, they've done. When you hit 2-star, you get to open another CBC, if you've heard Liz referred to it or myself. And that's another business center under your name. So you can place that business center wherever you want, but it's going to show up under your first business center as a personally sponsored coach. So I'm Courtney Gubernick. And then if I go into my Coach Online office, I'm going to see Courtney Gubernick listed as one of my personally sponsored coaches. If I click on that drill down, then I'm going to see all the coaches I've added in my second CBC. So you can build that business to Diamond, that second business center, and that's going to count as one of your stars. Okay, so technically, you really only need 3 active working the business coaches to go Diamond, and then you can build your second business center and also your spouse. I have never built my spouse's account because he's on my strong leg. And so I just haven't focused on that yet. That'll be my next thing to focus on. But just so you guys know, I guess I think it's good to know that it's not that they're attracting all of these people that are, rock star coaches and growing their business. They have a few, yes, but a lot of it, they've done themselves. Not, 2, you have the option of 2. And then when you get your second business center to 2-star, then you get a third business center, and you can have like 15. I don't even know how you manage all that. That makes my head feel like it's going to explode just thinking of it. But so there's potential there. So if you see these people and you think, oh my gosh, like I can't even get one coach to work the business, that doesn't mean that the next person that signs up isn't going to be your first Diamond, or be a 5-star elite coach too. So
can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I just think I want to Courtney and I have just started to learn about when we're having conversations with potential challengers, to give them 2 options when they're signing up. And one of them is as a challenger and the second as a discount coach. And you basically lay it out why would you not become a discount coach? And we never knew to have these types of conversations with people when we first signed up. And I feel like for you newer coaches, this is huge for you. Do you agree, Court?
Totally. Yeah. Because you need, as you grow your business, once you get to Diamond, once you start, your coaches start advancing. So you get to 1-star. You have to have so many active coaches in your first CBC. And that grows. So to be 5-star, you have to have 20 active coaches in your first CBC. Now, if I would have known, I was always in the mindset, kind of what I told you before, to not get discount coaches. I just wanted people working the business. But as I've gone through this over the last almost year and a half, I've realized discount coaches are a huge part of this business. And so, yes, in that script from Anita Miran, I always say her name wrong, and I know I've posted it a few times, she literally gets to, and it's not right away. It's, once you get down to that 3rd, 4th conversation with them, you say, when they've committed to wanting to buy a challenge pack, say, here are your 2 options. This is the first one. And I believe the first one is to kind of tell them all the benefits of becoming a discount coach or preferred customer. And that is, being involved in the team page also is one thing she lists. Plus so she's pretty much saying you get access to me as a coach forever. And then it's just a way of wording things, you guys. And then the second option is, or you can sign up as a customer and you get to be in one 30-day challenge group. Obviously, you're never going to be like, okay, sorry, your month is up. That's all you get from me. But they kind of see it as I'm going to save money. It's just a way of wording it to make it look like it's wrapped with a bow on top, and that's the better option. And then she specifically says in there, majority of people, almost everybody chooses option 1, but you can do whatever you want. So there's no pressure. And I have had some that just say, okay, I just want the challenge pack. But I will tell you what, most of them say they want the option 1 to do the challenge or the discount coach. And these are complete strangers that have, never met me, that just, that I'm talking to and meeting through social media. So I think you should give everybody the option. It can be really scary, and I know that talking about coaching can be really scary. I'm going to change topic a little bit, is learning to post about coaching without being to do it without being become a Beachbody coach, join my team, is kind of a skill that you need to develop. And it doesn't need to be something where you come out and say that. It's planting those seeds. So, for example, Danielle did a post last Sunday, was it, where she had already done her Christmas shopping for her son, and it showed all of the Christmas presents that she bought. And then she talked about, you know, how different it is this year versus last year, that she can do this and not have to, you know, be stressed about it. It was an awesome post, and she had tons of comments, and it sparks people's interest. I don't know if you saw my post I did the other night with my couch. And it was just so silly, right? It's like, this is not just a couch. And it was a picture of my couch. Well, do you think someone's going to want to read that? Of course, because it is a couch, but why is she saying it's not a couch? So it gets them to like take a moment, click on it, read it, and then you're talking about your story. And I think at the end, the only thing I said is like, you know, why not you, or something like that. But generally I was just talking about how that couch represented to me that I've grown this business and that I could buy it cash, and you know how good that feels, that I could help my family and take the financial burden off of my husband and all that. So, you know, I know we talked about it with Stephanie last week, and you know, talking about coaching without it being kind of icky. And I think out of all my coaches, that's something that I see people struggle with the most, is they're fine posting, join my challenge group with the cute little you know, graphic that they created and, you know, what the challenge group is about. But you got to start getting a little bit more uncomfy with talking about the coaching, because you guys all know, I know if I asked each of you to say what coaching's done for you, would all say it's absolutely, you know, life-changing, or you wouldn't be sitting here on this call. So start to get a little, you know, uncomfortable there. Follow the top coaches, because their posts are different, you know, and then follow some newer coaches that are really, you know, have grown businesses really well, and look what they're doing and get ideas, and don't copy what they're doing, but, you know, just get ideas and then tweak it and make it about your life. I think that's the biggest thing I would tell people about growing your team. And I would say I've seen a really switch in my business since October. And it's just with me being more comfortable telling people about it, asking them, giving them the opportunity to be a discount coach. And probably, I would say if I've sold 15 challenge packs, 12 of them have been to coaches since October. Like, everybody has become a discount coach. I just kind of tell them that's what they're doing. So, and that's how you make your goals happen. You know, I feel like you push hard. I don't know if you guys are like me, but when I have a goal or a plan and I'm trying to make something happen, like, there's no doubt in my mind I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make it happen. And then it makes it easier to get uncomfortable, I feel like, right? So do you guys have anything else you want to talk about, or if we can open it up to questions? Anybody wants to ask questions? No?
I'll start with mine.
Yeah.
I just thought it's a question for all of you to answer, because I'm sure that you guys have seen this. I just wrote it down, like, what kind of obstacles and objections are you guys facing? And then maybe, like, let's start talking about them and see how we can actually, like, come up with a game plan to help you get through those obstacles. So, like, what's been going on for you guys as you've been trying to rank advance for your team, you know, challenge groups, all of that, and let us help you maybe if we can.
Anybody?
I have a question.
Yeah. Hi, Miriam.
Hi. How do I create the urgency for those who have shown interest to sign up by the 18th? I've already tried like a sign up bonus and stuff like that, but what other ideas can you share?
Sorry, I'm totally going to cut you off. What I do is I ask them why they're waiting, or what their no, I don't ask them why they're waiting. I say, what are your reservations? And I ask them why they're questioning it, and then I reaffirm why this would help them. And a lot of people get scared. They think that, I don't know why, they think that when they sign up as their coach, they just have to like figure it out on their own. Like, they're going to have no idea what to do. So I like to drive home that, you know, you're going to be in the team pages. We have a training group that literally walks you through every single thing you need to do as a coach that's going to help you succeed. So I always ask what their hesitations are. So that's my 2 cents.
And I know, Danielle, I heard you say that you are really selling people on this month, they can get like the 21-day fix discounted. And then next month when Hammer and Chisel comes out, they're going to be able to get that 25% off. So that's a huge kind of, 21-day fix isn't going to be on sale next month. So I would take advantage of that. And then this amazing program coming out that they can get the discount on next month.
You guys can go to my page and see the picture that I did, because I hate sharing other people's results. It reminds me of It Works, and I just don't like it. But I obviously don't have my own results. So I did something like silly, and I posted it. And then every person that liked it or commented, I reached out to them, specifically the people that commented, and I said, hey, would you be interested in getting this for 25% off? We're doing a prep for the program because it launches December 1st. You order it December 1st, but you're probably not going to get it for at least a week. So that gives us exactly 3 weeks to do the 21-day fix or the 21-day fix extreme from the Monday after Thanksgiving till December 7th. And so I let them know, I say, hey, this is totally on sale. We can get in shape, get ready for it. And then when it drops, you guys get 25% off. That's how I'm doing that. So if I were you, I would do a Hammer and Chisel post with the results. I used, I don't even know her name.
That was an awesome post.
Yeah. And I don't even care if you guys copy and paste. I don't care if you guys ever steal my stuff. I don't care. It's free to everyone. You guys are more than welcome to. Because I know when I first started, and sometimes I still do, if there's stuff that I like I've used something from Jen Richardson within the past few months. So if there's something that I really like, I usually just reach out to the coach. I'm like, hey, I'm going to steal your post because it's really good. And I don't think that anyone ever cares, because it's not like we're stealing each other's customers or anything like that. So
just be careful if you have lots of friends in common, make
that's
your own. Don't post. Danielle's picture is Danielle going like this to before and afters.
Yeah.
From the challenge group. So, and those pictures, there's gotta be a place to find the before and afters. I know that you're posting them.
Megan posted a whole bunch of them in Uplift and Inspire. I actually ran across it on Instagram, and I screenshot it and then I cropped it.
Okay. Yeah. So there's different ways. Mm-hmm. If you probably Google Hammer and Chisel before and afters, they'll show up too. So yeah, I mean, just some people are motivated by different things, Can
I touch on what Danielle said about getting to what their reservations are, and then go back to, find out what their reservations are, and then go back to them and say, okay, well, this is what you said your goals were, and this is how I can help you reach those goals. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of combating those reservations, you have a solution for them. And this is what the solution is. You told me this is what your goal is, so this is how I can help you get there. Yeah. I will try and bring it back to that.
And now is a really good time to use the thing that now is the time for people to start coaching, because they're going to lay the groundwork right now. So to come January 1st, you're going to be the person that your friends think of to join on your journey with them. And, that's huge. And then also, I mean, you guys are building your teams. So you all here obviously have goals to build big businesses, whether it's an income goal or a rank goal or whatever. But to be, and I always say this, you don't know when you first start, but I mean, the people that first signed up, with somebody that's growing their business, they have all this volume under them, right? My first coaches, Liz and Carly and Leslie, they have tons of volume on that strong leg because, yes, I've grown my business, but they've grown their business. And so just be honest with people. Be like, it's kind of like the job opportunity or golden opportunity post when you open your second CVC. You're confident in saying to someone, in the placement under my second CVC, you're in a prime place where you're going to have volume created for you that in turn, if they grow their business, can mean more income for them. So you can be cocky a little bit in the way that you tell them, Miriam, that I've got big goals here, and this is it's hard for them to understand. And I would have to say to a couple of them, you just have to trust me that I'm not going to lead you astray, that this is a really good time to sign up with me.
I wanted to touch on that too. Sorry. I have been saying that right now is the perfect time to join as a coach because, well, my team has a brand new training, like a training that we're using starting the Monday after Thanksgiving. Because we've just been using the Mindy Wender, like, trainings, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's about time to make our own. But anyway, so I let people know, I'm like, we have a brand new training going up, and it's the perfect time to join because you can be all trained and have people knowing what you're doing. You know, you can gain credibility, and then when the new year hits, they know exactly who to go to for these programs.
Yeah.
So that's another way to, you know, get people, if they're having reservations, be like, okay, first of all, it's probably not going to happen for you quickly. December is a slow month. I don't usually tell people that, but I just let them know you have a whole month and a half to get trained and get in people's news feed and run clean eating challenge groups and let them know, you know, okay, I have this to offer to you. Like I have something of value for you. And then when New Year's hits, boom, you know, I mean, I have coaches, brand new coaches that hit Success Club 20 in January that had signed up in December. And so it's right now is the perfect time to join as a coach, in my personal opinion. Yes, it's hard and they likely won't hit Success Club in their first month. But if they're doing the 3 vital behaviors and being consistent with their power hour, it will all happen for them in January and February and March. In April.
I have had coaches I have a couple coaches that signed up in October and they did last year hit, you know, so, cause you guys know when you first start though, those first couple months, like are usually like really good months cause you have all your warm market and people that want to join you. So, and then, you know, where it starts to get a little bit more difficult is around month 6, you know, when your close friends are sick of hearing what you're doing and you have to start bringing in referrals and, you know, that sort of thing. So, you know, it can still be really good. And there's some people that don't want to gain the 10 pounds at the holidays. They want to maintain through November and December. And so this is a great way to do it, you know. I hope that helps, Miriam.
It does.
Okay, good. Anyone else?
I kind of have a question.
Okay, Krista.
I was going to say, like, I have more of like a struggle, like what Liz was saying. I'm just under, just under 2 months since I've become a coach. And I didn't have a really large warm market from the beginning. I've already kind of had to go out of that. But I'm finding that a lot of people, since I started with the 21-day fix, that's kind of what I'm working with. And a lot of people have already had the 21-day fix program and everything. So they're coming to me over as a coach, but I feel like I'm kind of like stuck. I'm having customers who are coming over, they're signing up under me as a coach, but since they already have the program, they're just kind of running in my groups with that. And I just feel like I'm like stuck now. I just don't know where to go next, how to really get out of this.
We need to transition them to the next program.
How long have they been doing the 21-day fix?
Some of them have never completed a round. Some of them have been doing it for a few months. I've only had a few.
Time to move on. If you want to see results and you want to like keep challenging your body, you have to do something different. I mean, us as coaches know that, so we have to pass that knowledge on to our customers. So like before you're transitioning them over to you and you know that they've already done the 21-day fix, I would find out time frames. How long have you been doing it? You know, have you tried Shakeology? You might as well. So a lot of what I like to do is if they already have the 21-day fix, but they've never done Shakeology, especially this month, I'm like, well, then you have to do a challenge pack and get the 21-day fix extreme. Even if you're not going to use it right now, you can use it at the end of your next cycle of the 21-day fix. And then they're on Shakeology, they've got their next program, and then you've got your HD customer, and then you're ready and set to go. That's been really successful for me doing that.
Yeah, definitely rolling over to another program. And, you know, that's something that you're going to have to do with your customers, you know, often. And when the new programs come out, you know, there's a new program about every quarter. So, and some people will be interested in not, but, you know, that's a great time to transition your HD customers into becoming a coach, you know, at that time. So, they can cancel their HD and then reorder a challenge pack as a coach and get a challenge pack. So, yeah, that's a good thing too.
that was another question I had, is right now I have a lot of people who have canceled their HDs because they're too expensive. And so I don't think I have any customers right now who are on HD. So like trying to, proposition people to become coaches without them being on HD is like, for me, it's a struggle. I'm finding that balance. I mean, I know I'm new, so I'm still gaining customers at the same time, but that's becoming very difficult.
I think it's a lot about educating them on what Shakeology is, because a lot of times people think it's just a protein shake. And, I use the Shakeology videos from Beachbody a lot to send to people, because I feel like that Tony Horton one where he's going through the checkout line is funny and really proves the point that it's not just protein shake. And so if they're spending money on supplements and all this kind of stuff, they can, and buying a meal every single day, the cost, if you really get good at explaining it to somebody, it's really not expensive for what you're getting. But just seeing, and I think that making a video talking about Shakeology that you send to people when they buy their challenge pack, it's an email that goes out maybe 5 days after they order, right before they get their Shakeology. And there's a template for that in Team Inspired Life, and you'll see my video there. But, it's a really good way, because then you're setting them up before they even get it. They know that this is not just protein. This is what it's about. This is why you love it. And, it's about educating them. And you're going to have your lifers, and you're going to have some that buy it for 1 month and then quit,
In your challenge groups too, I post almost on a weekly basis different things like benefits of Shakeology, my favorite videos, or I highlight a specific ingredient in Shakeology, so that you're always keeping that in the forefront of their mind about how amazing it actually is, and that they actually do need to stay on it. But it's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, Court, I gotta sign off.
Yes. Anybody else?
I did have a quick question.
Sure.
So I've got like 3 people that keep saying, yeah, we're going to order and all this stuff. And I just don't know how many times to message them back. I don't want to seem annoying. So I just was curious on how often do you guys check in with them and message them and see, okay, are you going to order?
I probably do it like the initial message, and then hopefully you get a response. I know that when I bought mine, you guys, my 21 Fix as a customer, I kept telling the girl, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I'd like sit down to do it and get distracted and like get confused by the website and then not. And it took me like a week to do it. And, her following up being like, don't forget, sometimes it's a good reminder. You're selling to women, and we're busy and we have crazy lives, and it might not be on the top of their priority list. So, I know like 1 month I did, when I really needed to SC points, I did, like the last 3 days, I started messaging those people I was waiting for and told them I would send them a fixate if they ordered by a certain date, and that cost me $20, but I figured it was worth it, for meeting my goals. So that's kind of the times I'm talking about, that sometimes you have to invest in your business, to make those goals happen. And for me, there's certain things that are not negotiable, like I will not miss. And so if I have to, that's a business expense, you guys. So track that stuff. It's not, yes, it's costing you something, but it's a deduction. So maybe that, just say I'm offering an extra little incentive. I'm feeling extra generous this month, or whatever it means. Maybe a shaker cup. You can get 5 or how many of those shaker cups for $9.99? Like if you buy a box of them. So anything, come up with anything, a pack of hair ties. It doesn't have to be a fixate cookbook. A little incentive sometimes help people.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. This is Carly. Sorry, I'm super late getting on the call. It's assuming, but I also have an idea. So if they said they were going to buy a challenge pack, they're obviously interested already. And what works for me a lot of times is if I write a few times and then I kind of don't hear back, and I see that they didn't even look at the message, or they do look at the message, I try to find like maybe right on their Facebook wall. But then when they look at the message, I ask them for their phone number and if we can get on the phone, because a lot of times they go to the website and they maybe get a little overwhelmed at trying to find exactly what they're looking for. And there's a lot of times that I've actually gotten on the phone with them and taken their credit card number over the phone. And I think it's just having someone there kind of through the process that helps some people. I've done it more than a few handful of times that I've gotten on the phone and done it for them and walked them through, exactly what I'm doing on the phone and stuff. So that sometimes helps too.
Yeah, just always saying, if you have any questions, I know it can be confusing, I want it to be easy for you. How can I help you?
I usually follow up 2 days after they said they would have purchased. I wait about 2 days and I asked them, I said, hey, I just wanted to check in with you, see if you were still interested or if you had any issues during sign up, because sometimes the website can cause problems and sometimes people don't because they're frustrated and then they don't do it. Sorry, I get my text messages, so it's dinging. Sometimes people get frustrated and then they walk away and then they forget. So there's always that. Or if you're really there is no shame in my game at this point in time right now. So if I know them well enough, I will literally bug them every single day. I have someone that's supposed to order something and I'm like, okay, I need you to order by this specific day. I have a huge goal and I need you to do it. I need you to place the order. And if you're not going to, that's totally okay. Just let me know so I can have another game plan in place. I have no shame. And
a lot of time for those people, really getting on the phone really does help. Some people are really kind of timid about going in and just signing up themselves. And you just ask them the questions and you do it for them. So you say, what do you want your screen name to be? What do you want your password? You can change it later if you want to. And then you put it in their cart and you buy it for them, put their whole address into the account and everything. It works for me a lot of times. It's just having you on the phone. They feel more comfortable.
I've also said too, if they told me they were going to order the day before and they haven't, I'll blame it on the website, the back office. I'm like, sorry, we've been having issues at the back office. I'm not seeing your order. I just want to make sure it went through.
Right.
And usually they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it today. I promise. And they do. So because there's always that chance that they didn't go to your website and they went to somebody else's site and they signed up. So that's a legitimate question, and it's just kind of a way of going about it without being like, did you order on somebody else's site? So yeah. Anybody else? No? Okay, good. My kids are banging the door down. We're doing a birthday party for my niece. They keep coming in thank you so much, you guys. November 18th is coming, but I have faith in all of you. I wanted to tell you guys, I'm so proud of all of you for committing to this. And I definitely want to start doing, not weekly, because I know it's a lot to be here for, 45 minutes or so on a Sunday. But if we can do every other week or once a month or whatever, I think I like seeing all of your faces. I feel like I can connect and get to know you guys better. And, I like the team call idea, and it can be on a topic or it can be on just the question and answer. I kind of like doing that very often too. But post in the team page if you guys need ideas about stuff. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Reach out to us. You guys are all rock stars. Whether you hit your goal on the 18th or not, you gave it your all. And I always kind of told myself with my whole goal of Elite that if I just sat back and didn't work my butt off and do everything possible in my power and I didn't hit my goal, then I would be mad at myself. But if I did everything possible and I reached out and, I was consistent on social media and I tried my hardest and I don't hit my goal, I would be satisfied with that. So do what you can, work hard, ask for favors if you need to. And I can't wait to see all of I was just thinking about how many rank announcements we're going to have on Thursday. Thursday's going to be crazy, you guys, in the team pages.
I'm so excited.
So many people hitting things. You should just warn people on Thursday if they find Beachbody posts annoying just to not even look at your page because there's going to be a lot going on. So it's really exciting for our team. Yay. So you guys have a good Sunday. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.